What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're going to be discussing the Kid LAROI's album yet again. The Kids Are Growing Up, or whatever the working title is. I'm pretty sure that's still the official title for right now, but it still might end up changing. I don't think it will. But before we dive into today's topic, I do want to shout out to the second channel, Complex 2. Thank you guys for over 5,000 subscribers over there. I also want to shout out to all the channel members. Thank you guys for supporting me. And lastly, follow the Instagram at Complex Productions 999 and my Twitter at Complex Discuss. And with all this being said, let's dive into the question, where is LAROI's album? So LAROI's obviously hasn't went that long without dropping or anything like that. He did the whole F Love saga where we got the first part, F Love, in summer of 2020 right after Legends Never Die, and then we got the second part, Savage, in late 2020, and then finally the third part that we ended up getting in summer of 2021. We're just about sitting at a year without any new LAROI like project or anything, but obviously that's completely fine. LAROI had a couple standout tracks on kind of all of these projects. I remember the first F Love had Rollin' with Mosey, that was pretty successful, but it also had Go with Juice and a few other solo songs on there that did pretty well. And then obviously Savage had a few as well, like So Done and Without You and Tragic with Youngboy. And then obviously F Love 3 had LAROI's biggest song to date, Stay. So he's not really in a rush to release anything. The main thing I've been wondering though, and just something that he's been kind of hyping up for a while now, is obviously this new album, and it does bring up the question, where is the album? Well, if you saw my last news video discussing the details that came out about this album, I do briefly mention the fact that I think a reason LAROI hasn't dropped yet is because his tour kind of got postponed. The End of the World tour was obviously supposed to take off early this year and ended up getting postponed just because of world events and everything going on, which is unfortunate, and I do think that's a big factor to why we haven't got the album yet. I really think that LAROI just wants to release this album when he can tour with it, which does make sense, and it does kind of suck just because I pretty much am guaranteed that we would have had this album at least by now, or we at least would have had a couple singles for it. We would at least be in the rollout, where right now we're kind of just waiting around and we're still seeing possible features that could be on this album. We're still waiting on the single even. LAROI's still been teasing it. LAROI actually has a new Instagram post where I'm pretty sure he changed the caption. Now keep in mind that my memory could just be wrong with this, but if I remember correct, I remember this caption saying which one, and it's a CDQ snippet to both his newest snippets that his community has really been enjoying, which is 1,000 Miles and I Guess It's Love. But now the caption just says 1,000 Miles, and if you look at all the top comments for when the original caption was which one do you want, they're basically all 1,000 Miles. So it looks like that LAROI's kind of confirming that 1,000 Miles is going to be the single. We've literally been saying this for months at this point, that this song is going to be LAROI's next hit, or it's going to be the next thing that he goes out and releases, and we're just waiting on it. I don't even think LAROI and his whole management or anything is worried about this song not being successful either, because obviously his community likes both of these snippets, and I've even seen some moderate success for this song on TikTok and just some platforms where the snippet's actually doing extremely well. I would say this is one of LAROI's more popular snippets, so it's just one of those songs that it's kind of no doubtably a good song whether you like LAROI or not. If you listen to the snippet, I feel like there's not really a lot to pick out about it that isn't good, so I think that this is honestly one of the safest songs that they can release because LAROI's fan base likes it. I know that the mainstream would like it, and it's already seen some good success just numbers wise and building up hype from what LAROI's kind of been doing. So I think that this will be the next thing that ends up releasing, and honestly I think the reason we haven't got this album yet just comes from the fact that his tour ended up getting delayed. That's what I really do think, but I do think that we will get into the rollout of this soon. I do think 1,000 Miles is going to release soon, at least probably in like late spring to early summer, I think is when I would expect 1,000 Miles to release, and then we can start kind of theorizing and discussing about the album when we get to that point, because we'll finally be in the rollout. But with all this being said, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, please make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.